Greetings, Poke fans. Zack Attack here, and we're going to be reacting to the P4G Week 7 battle from Playmore. We battled an undefeated opponent, and they did. They're going up against the Philadelphia Stunkies, coached by Shoko King, someone that they have played before in the SPL Season 2. I made one of those Bubby shorts about it, and unfortunately, they did not win that battle. And they're in the same boat. Last 2 weeks, they need to win one of these last 2 games, and their Week 7 game, just like last season, is against Shoko King. And they're going to have to, and right now he's undefeated, they're going to have to try and win this game, knock him off of his high horse. And right now, Shoko King is basically A-Drive 2.0 with all the plot armor hack he's been getting. Lady Luck has been on his side the whole season. He and Tyler have a team betting pact, apparently. And I'm scared going into this battle. And it's not just the fact that I'm not in my normal Sunday best because the AC is out, and it's hot in here, and it's humid, and we're going up against an undefeated coach, and I'm scared out of my mind. But it's the Sasuke plot armor I'm most scared about. What kind of hacks are going to go against us this time? Because it's always been hacks in Shoko King's favor. All season long. It's happened every game, for better or for worse. And I'm scared. I'm scared. Because the video is 19 minutes long. Usually that's not a good thing when the video is 19 minutes long. So, I'm going to put my hands together and pray. And we're going to jump into the battle.
Week 7 of the P4G is finally here, and Playmore is taking on the undefeated Philadelphia Stunky, coached by Shoko King. We've played him before in a previous season. It didn't go our way, but hopefully things turn around, even if the standings aren't looking in our favor, Tyler.
Yeah, this isn't just a statement week because of the chance to knock off the undefeated top team in the league.
Mean everything.
There are 5 teams right now, including us, that are 3-3 right now, and there are 5 more right below that group of 5 that are sitting at 2-4. So while this week isn't technically a must-win, John, because we don't know how things are going to shake out, I can say with a lot of confidence that it's going to take one win over these last 2 weeks
for
Playmore to make these playoffs.
He's not wrong.
When you look at the opponent's team, it's not hard to see why this is such a...
This team is so good. This team is so freaking good. Like, if we did like draft league on the channel and we were like doing like P4G, team building, and we were picking teams from this league, and I was battling with my chat, Shoko King is probably the one I would take. I mean, look at this team. I love Ben. I love Ben's team. Don't get me wrong. I love me some Bubby. And Bubby, we're gonna need you to hard carry us this week. But Shoko King's team is so good. He's got Gardevoir with his first overall pick. He's got one of the best walls in the game with Mana Buzz. My Lodic is a tank, but it can be offensively scary with competitive. Slowbro, Galarian Slowbro more specifically, can be threatening. Solid Rock Rhyperior, Mimikyu. Actually, one of my good friends' favorite Pokemon is Mimikyu. And I react to his video, so I'm sure you can figure out who that was. Hisuian Electrode. We love Hisuian Electrode here on the channel, with speed control. Tauros with Sheer Forest. We fought for Alligator earlier. That was scary. Bisharp. I love Gen 5 Pokemon so much. And it can hold the Eviolite because of King Aim exists. Smeargle is frail as crap, but it can run. It's basically just a more gimmicky version of Mew. It can run basically any site in the game. It's premature Mew. That thing can do whatever the heck it wants. And then Cryogonal with Levitate can be scary. It's also been the Freeze Captain. Like I said, Shoko King has basically been just the reincarnated A-Drive this season. I'm scared. He's the Hacks King. Will Ben troop it out? Let's see what happens. There's a lot of crazy threats. Oh my gosh.
good roster with 0 losses on the season. And even though there's a lot of threats on here that I've been scared of in the past or used myself, one Pokemon stands out above the rest, and that is Tauros. We've already gone against an older generation, sheer force physical Pokemon, and it didn't go our way. So, Tauros, I'm watching you, and I'm frightened.
But what better way, John, to counter a good normal type than with a great fighting type, maybe a fire fighting type that
Blaze
the
the
coach
kid, my
brought on
boy
his
Marco. Let's go.
this week, but maybe even a better counter.
Bobby, let's
Bobby,
go.
as you look at the team that we brought for this week on the screen, I'm super excited
Here
for
we
this
go.
squad overall. We're very confident in it, but John, it feels like Bubby in particular has a fantastic matchup this week, and I think we're both hoping to see this prehistoric, just wrecking ball unleashed in this matchup.
And as always, if you want to see the full team builder, that is linked in the
Link in the
description.
description below,
But I need
even
to see
here on
what
this
our
channel.
opponent brought, so let's get into it. This is the biggest one of the season, Tyler. What
Come
do we
on.
got?
Whoa!
That is the...
Reckle King? What? What? I mean, there are some Pokemon that I'm not surprised to see. Cryogonal for one, Tauros, Mandibuzz. But the other 3... I'm surprised to see no my low tick, because competitive. Although the Benroll didn't bring Intimidate on Crocodile for that exact reason, but I don't see Rhyperior anywhere. Those were the main 2 Pokemon I was afraid. There's no Gardevoir either. What the heck? Bisharp is the one Pokemon that I am not concerned about because of Blaziken and Crook. But the other 5 are still scary into the team. Okay, what's he cooking? The plot armor is crazy here. The plot armor is definitely insane. I'm probably just as confused as our commentators here, as the owners are. I can definitely make a case for some of these Pokemon, like Slowbro. I can see why Slowbro's here. But golly gee. Let's just see how this battle turns out.
Not what I expected to see at all. This is still an undefeated roster. It's
Yeah, you
pretty
can't
good
sleep
from
on
the top to the
King.
bottom, but no
Come on,
Melodic,
Bubby.
no Gardevoir,
Come on,
no
Bubby.
Mimikyu, no Rhyperior.
Oh yeah, Mimikyu's not here either.
I don't know if every Pokemon in this squad is just fantastic, and that's why I'm surprised, or if this is...
But Mimikyu, I didn't expect Mimikyu.
I feel pretty confident right now. Not that we're going to win for sure, but hey, us against the undefeated team, I like not having all the top threats.
I'm very surprised by the lack of Mimikyu and Gardevoir, and you touched on Melodic as well. Maybe there's just a lot of fear of Earthworm on the other side, and Melodic might have to do with that Grass Terra. Bubby, it strikes fear into some hearts, John, but for others, it evokes some warm and fuzzy feelings inside.
Right you are, Tyler, as you can pick up your own incredible Bubby plush at play-more.store, the sponsor of the team always. There's more than just the Bubby plushies over there. But if you don't have a Bubby plush next to when you're watching these battles, what are you even doing?
Get your own Bubby plush at play-more.store. Come on, people.
Ben
We need
told us he would be leading with Crocodile, so no surprises here. But
that's the Cryogonal.
it seems like the opponent wasn't surprised at all either.
Ooh.
We do have an immediate switch though with Earthworm, so I
So
don't mind this
these
at all.
are
And
this
Freeze
is
over there
Crooked
isn't
Rock
going to be able to
Setter.
do anything outside
Need
of,
support this week,
well,
Mr. Zero. If they go in the
I
Vegapunk,
think you might have just laid it
Soul
out there,
Vest.
but
Ice Beam is probably doing
Yeah.
about what?
which was the one major
20%?
fear with this switch, and this is something we talked about before the battle crack.
25%?
It doesn't get talked about that much.
Cryogonal is stronger than it
in
looks.
terms of competitive
Fortnite doesn't
battling,
have very good to death.
I've watched what this thing is capable of, and it's a stronger Pokemon that you would expect, very specially bulky. And with the Terra, it can be used in a lot of different ways to deal a lot of damage and stick
Okay, so
around with
Ice,
the cover.
Ground, or
Yeah, I
Steel.
really like this from the opponent. You know,
It's
they're
Ice.
probably not going to be
And
able
it's
to do
offensive
a ton
Cryogonal,
here,
yeah.
just
I figured it'd be
a simple
offensive.
Ice Beam or Freeze Dry, but getting that Terra off immediately, knowing
There's
that you're
the Ice
safe,
Beam.
and just go for this move with
Yeah,
the switch.
20-25%. How much is it going to do?
We're fine.
Yeah.
There is nothing they could lose there, and now this thing is just an absolute nuke for the game. Cryogonal, one of my favorite Pokemon in Draft League. I am really jealous with the Terra. It turns this Pokemon into a really, really fun one. But in this matchup, we do have a pretty solid switch in. We don't want to take too many Ice Beams, of course, but they got a switch.
I don't know.
This gives Ben a pretty free
Do
play,
you
whether
kill
he
a
just
heavy
wants to
slime
go
here?
straight
You
for
might.
the offensive move or try to predict
Fortnite
the
is
switch
pretty
and
heavy.
make
I
a little
want
bit of
to
a
600
double.
pounds.
We'll have to see, Tyler.
Somewhere in that range?
Yeah, I do like being able to negate that because I mentioned I've seen what this thing can do.
Maybe it
in
might be somewhere in
Swept
somewhere in
earlier
somewhere
this season,
in there.
and I
Somewhere in there.
watched it happen, and it happens just like this. And you reach a point where there's just absolutely, if you don't have the right
Stay
team,
in?
you cannot combat it.
We can combat it.
We can combat
Wait.
that.
We can combat that.
Didn't kill?
Oh, why? Whoa. Huh. Wait, what?
Wait, hold on.
Am I insane?
How heavy
Did I
is
kill?
Cryogonal here?
Did my boy Cryogonal? Is Cryogonal heavy?
I mean, it was all chunk of ice.
Is it a chunky snowflake?
How fat?
That doesn't make sense.
It's 326 pounds.
How?
Tyler.
How?
No, I guess ice is pretty heavy once you lump it together.
Wow. I didn't see that coming at all. And I don't know what to
I mean,
say
at least
right
you got
now.
the KO
I'm
with
actually
body
really
press.
shocked. Now, I understand the opponent wanting to really whittle down the Orthworm for other threats on their team to hopefully, really have a better
Vegapunk
chance
is
to take
basically
us down.
dead
But
now.
one of the big reasons we had
Biden.
Orthworm with the AV
Is that the Slowbro?
was to
That
deal
is the
with the
Slowbro.
Cryogonal. So
Okay.
I think that was a pretty solid
Alright.
trade. I'm still confused of why the Snowflake that has like -5 defense is also 300 pounds, but maybe I need to research Cryogonal a little bit more. Maybe I didn't know
The
as
other thing,
much.
I ran counts, and unless I'm just really bad at this, and Ben gave me the sets, body press there would have killed.
Okay.
So I don't know the reasoning there for heavy
Oh,
slam. Now, it
no.
could just be you don't.
No,
I did not
not
expect
that. No.
What is going on?
No.
Same thing. Things happening that you don't expect. I don't think Ben expected a world where Cryogonal stays in there to eat either a body press or a heavy slam. I don't think any of us on this team, owners, coach, Orthworm down there, I don't even know if the Slowbro expected that to be the move.
What is happening here?
Crit?
Okay.
Nope.
So there's gonna be a
Oh, and the
slack off
slack
here.
is slack off. Oh my
gosh,
gosh.
This is just a strategy I never would have expected.
Bobby.
Ben can-
Oh, no.
No, never mind. I was gonna say
No,
something really
this is
stupid.
bad.
So
This
I'm
is
gonna
so
take that
bad.
and throw it away.
He used heavy slam last
man,
time he
okay,
faced
so-
Hariyama.
Fat Snowflake,
I-
possibly a misplay with body press.
I'm
into-
so scared.
Let me see if I got this right, Tyler. Belly drum, citrus berries, Slowbro?
Yeah, which anyone.
This is bad.
Fairness
I will
to
say
Ben, that's
it.
what he was thinking.
This is bad.
You're going to get calm mind or you're going to get nasty plot. I don't think, unless you are a psychic, John, we knew this was coming.
Mm-hmm.
Thought it was even on the table.
I got
But
nothing.
I don't like it.
I'm trying to see into the future. I got nothing there. So this is really interesting. I assume
Well-
there's going to be a trick room in our future here, but we have more earthquakes and they have slack off, so I don't understand the continued. Like I don't. Okay.
Drain punch.
Okay.
That's
I
bad.
wasn't completely sure why there's so many slack offs going on. We now know it has Drain Punch. Drain Punch.
The last one was probably
bodies the
side
team.
shell arm.
Yes.
That's more like glaring Slowbro likes to run.
Fun fact, not good.
Tyler,
Not good
I
at
have
all. I agree with
nothing
Coach. Not good at all.
Hopeful, happy,
This
good
is
to say.
bad.
A friend of ours.
If it didn't have slack off, that would be a dead slow team.
And I just never actually have good news.
Well,
it's
bro.
a farce. This feels like one of those situations where I would like to tell you I have some good news and bad news. Now, the good news is we still have 5 Pokemon left.
Yes.
The bad news is, I don't think anyone expected what's in front
No
of us,
one
and they
leaves
could
a
definitely
hit.
sweep us.
The only one that might be able to take it out is
Yes.
Marco.
But it's not. It had the berry, right? So it's not like. I mean, some people used
Marco
to think
might
for some
be able
reason
to take it out with a
Slowbro could
Flare
have to
Blitz.
violate, but obviously it doesn't evolve
But
the Slow
this
King.
thing
There's no
might
like
be
crazy
max
thing
physical
like that
defense.
to be worried about. Like it's it
This
is
thing
what it
might
is,
be
but
max
it's probably
physical
max
defense. This thing-
defensive and max HP.
Yeah, max HP too.
Yeah.
How do you know if
And it's
Marco
gonna
can
get
kill
all
from
its
that
health
range?
back.
Let's see what happens. We outspeed here for sure. Oh, wait, this thing has quick draw. This thing might have quick draw.
Without a crit, this
Because
does not kill you.
no slack off. I don't think it's going to be
no,
regen.
sorry. Yeah, so
That wasn't a crit.
So here's the thing, Tyler.
I don't
was really
think it's
excited for this
regen,
matchup.
because it showed
I sent
slack
the
off
suit
and belly drum.
the shirt, the dry
If this thing
cleaners
is quick
got
draw,
all ready
I'm
for
going
this
to be
match.
extremely upset.
Did I somehow mess this up? Like I
It's
got
got a
I got all
30%
dressed
chance.
up.
It hasn't
I
shown
felt
it all
good.
in like
Everything's
5
clean.
turns.
I'm starting. Maybe it's my fault. I didn't wear a John Cena shirt. I in fact wore all
Tyler?
black. I thought it looked kind of sharp.
Oh,
Not
I
the
wanted
funeral
to go
side.
for such a big battle.
oh, you brought the
And it's like,
funerals
did I-
out.
Did,
Man.
did I,
Come on, Bubby.
Bubby? Tell me it wasn't me.
Bubby,
And now,
please.
Bubby.
Don't.
No!
No!
Oh no!
No!
Oh no! Oh my God! God! Oh no! Jeez, Batman. Oh, they did say that Chuckle King has been the Hacks King this week or this season, and I kind of just ignored that. I'm like, I mean, sure, he's gotten lucky a few times. He's also killing it. I think this is the full Chuckle King experience this season. Incredible prep. Then he also got lucky. The luck didn't come first. It was the good prep and the good play. But the luck has definitely. So I think it may be time to talk about the standings and how this impacts the season, Tyler. I know that is not good at this point in the battle.
No.
It's going to upset the fans, the coach, and ourselves, but we are about to get 5-0'd. I don't think there's a way around that. And it's actually not as bad as you would imagine. We have gotten swept 2 times this season, right? We are somehow going to be 3-4, losing record, but a +0 differential. And that, with how many teams only have 3 wins right now or 2 wins right now, we'll have to see how this week plays out. There's still a very real chance that if we win that final week, we make the playoffs. And there's a very small chance if we have a very, this is not good. If we have a very close loss, we could sneak into the playoffs even if we lose out this season. Now, going into the playoffs on a 4-game losing streak is kind of worst case scenario. I really think next week's going to have to be a win. Not just for our chances to guarantee that playoff spot, but I also just think for, our own coaches' mentality.
For team morale, spirit.
Because, like, here...
The team morale's at all-time low, Tyler.
Like, I've accepted that. I went and loaned out the $2, and I kept them. I didn't put either of them on this battle. My hands are clean. I stayed out of this one.
Dude, it got quick draw 3 times in a row, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. We're known for our good luck here.
What do you even say? There's been a few people in the comments, and I'm talking to you. I know there's been some frustration with the season and the record, and it's not great.
The general looks worse than me right now.
Things just happen. Oh my
goodness.
is that
a double quick draw?
We got it. So it didn't count. I mean, sometimes you go up against quick draw 3 times in a row. Belly drum, Galarian Slowbro. It's the beauty of Draft League. It's why I love this format so much. It's why I've been a part of it since the beginning of Draft League. It's my favorite way to watch Pokemon, my favorite way to play Pokemon competitively. And you get to see cool things like this. I would have never dreamed of this set in my life. It is also ruining my happiness and sapping my morale in two.
Yeah, cool is a word. Now, the good news. The good news, good news, bad news, right? We've talked about a lot of
That
bad
was a
news.
Yeah,
crit?
good news, bad news, good news, bad news.
The good news is, like you mentioned with the differential, chances are out of the teams that are 3-3.
Yeah.
Depending on what happens, depending on who wins, who loses, we're still going to be in a good spot. Really, the Dundee Dials are going to be the only team guaranteed to have the same, if not a better differential than we do. Again, just depends on what shakes out with wins and losses.
The Dundee
also
Dials
can be
secured
good news,
to
can be
4C
bad
probably.
news. And we've seen this from Ben before. The pressure is 100%
So we're not
going
gonna
to
be
be
top four
on
anymore.
next week. We've
But we can
tossed
still
around
make
these
the
last 2
postseason.
weeks as, pseudo must wins, but we can't 100% say it.
Yeah.
Next week is, for all intents and purposes, a must-win battle. On the flip side, Uzi, who we're going to be facing, a very good battler. Just depends on what happens with their battle this week. If they lose, all of a sudden, John, they were in the exact same spot as us. 3-1, near the top of the standings. We were looking at this gauntlet at the end of the season. They've lost 2 in a row coming into this week. If they lose again, it's 3 in a row, and they are also playing for their season. Quite literally, everything comes down to this final battle against Uzi.
It's tough. I feel for Ben. I know he's been working his butt off.
I love
Things like this
Uzi,
happen. They've happened twice this season.
but my
One
2
more week,
favorite
Tyler.
teams
One
are
more
in the
week.
same spot.
Oh, the Bubbies on the line!
It's another tough week to try to regroup after a battle that went in a way not only did we not predict, but I don't know that we could have predicted. But, Coach, we've got to ask you right off the jump, was there anything that we could have done there to prevent belly drum, slow bro, and just how important was that quick draw against Rampardos? Did that seal the deal, or from that point on, was there any glimpse of hope left?
I just want to make it very clear. There's nothing I could do about that. No amount of prep would have you prepared for that crap. Nothing. Anyone that says otherwise is just a bot. I played to my out perfectly. Even when the game didn't want to show me the HP bar, I knew it was in range after the Rocky helmet, even though I had to sacrifice my entire crocodile, which it is what it is. And he got the one quick draw that mattered. Didn't show it at all in all the turns prior for him setting up, slacking off, etc. Didn't get quick draw. He got quick draw on the one turn that mattered.
That's
And
no
then
thing for
everything
you.
else was just BM.
That's the plot armor for
That's
you.
just wild, man.
Alright, Coach. Good news, bad news. The bad news, we've lost 3 games in a row. But the good news, we really just needed to go 1-4 at the end of the season. And we only have 1 game in front of us. How confident are you that you can go into next week and really approach it as a 1-game season and just kind of ignore the last few weeks?
I just want to make it clear, I take losses very badly, because I am not used to them. I'll just say it plain and simple. Whether people in the comment section believe that or not, it's just true. These games, we got swept by just a really bad matchup against For Alligator week 2. That didn't hurt me that much. Our next loss against Jack, because we missed a triple axle, that hurt, because I would have won that game. Ellie, we both played really well. It just came down to a slight mishap in my prep of I definitely should have had another move on Superior. I stand by my play of switching out on that Jolteon. Anyone that doesn't think or thinks I should have stayed in has Oonga Boonga brain and doesn't understand just probability and win and loss. I will always stick to that. I'd rather play smart and lose than play dumb and win. So, and then there against Shuckle, 30% chance just went in his favor. So, I played that the best I could. Even if I switched out with Earthworm, there was nothing I could do there. Like, anything I went into, he got a belly drum out for free. I would have been in the exact same situation. If anything, that was better because I had that guaranteed 25% off beforehand, where it was always in range of Rampardos because it was max defense on that Slowbro. I know I'm derailing from the initial question about just the losses in general this season, but it takes a toll. It doesn't help that both Uzi and myself are in the same situation going into week 8. I'd really like to see both of us in the playoffs, even though it's possible for a 3-5 team to make it in the playoffs. it's just tough because we both want to bring the best we can bring, and it's going to be a really good match. And obviously, he has a good streak against us, so we'll see what we can do. I'm not happy about that whatsoever. So a little bit bummed, but I'm trying my best, and I know I'm the GOAT. Stuff just happens, so it is what it is. Thank you guys for watching.
It's sad that the Beneral has to go against my second favorite draft league team in the Thunderclap Titans. Both teams 3-4 because Uzi lost to Jay Ricky. So they're in the same boat, 3-4. Uzi does negative differential though, so it's going to be much harder for him to make it into the postseason than Ben with a win. But Uzi has beat, because we've played Uzi in the 2 other seasons that the Beneral has been in. GBA Season 10 and SPL Season 2. And Uzi beat us both times. Both times. So, going in the next week, is it going to be Playmore and Team Frog getting the win? Or is it going to be Uzi and his story continuing on? The Uzi lore is getting crazy. I don't know if you've seen his channel, but you should subscribe to him because the lore is getting insane on his side. But I will say this. Whatever happens next week, the best coach is going to come out on top. Whichever coach has the better prep. And it's all it's going to come down to which coach has the better prep. And which coach has the better play. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know how I feel about this current situation, but whoever wins, wins. No harm, no foul. If Playmore loses, it'll be the first time they have not made playoffs in their entire season. Granted, this is their 3rd season, but still. And if Uzi doesn't make it, it'll be like you had a really high winning a championship last season, and then you hit a slump, and you're back to square one. So there's a lot on the line for both coaches, and a lot on the line for team morale as well. I hope to see you next week, cheering on the coach of your choice, my lovely viewer. And whoever you choose, I hope they win. But that is all I have for now. Until next time, Poke fans. Gotta catch them all!